Hello again, I'm back, and for those who are new here, my name is Phil. I'm the ordinary watch guy. I'm perfectly ordinary, but the watches are always special. Now, I've been away in Toronto in Canada, and this is my first time in front of the camera for about 2 weeks, so I'm feeling really rusty. But anyway, I've had a fantastic time. I've just got back. It's been an adventure, let me tell you. Toronto, Canada is an incredible place, and I've explored the city's watch scene. Now, Toronto might not immediately come to mind as a particular hub or a mecca for watch enthusiasts, but it's the fourth largest city in North America. So trust me, you can get pretty much anything in that city, and it's a great place to go if you've got a passion for watches. In recent years, the Canadian dollar has really fallen against pound sterling, and also in more recent times against the US dollar as well. And that is definitely in the favor of anybody that wants to go and claim a watch bargain. From boutiques to authorized dealers, the experience is really varied. I'll walk you through some of the discoveries that I made, and I'll also tell you where I had the very best experience. And let me tell you something, this is going to come as a bit of a surprise, but stay with me. Okay, Toronto is a massive multicultural metropolis. Public transport in Toronto is absolutely top notch. Buy a Presto card. This is the best way to get around. You pay $4 for the card, and then you load funds onto it and simply tap onto the subway. There's streetcars, there's buses, and that'll get you around. And in addition, if you've got a Presto card, you qualify for fantastic discounts. You get 15% off going to the aquarium, for example. You get 15% off going to the CN Tower. Now let's dive into the watch shopping scene. Unlike cities such as Paris, where you've got the Place Vendôme, or London, where you've got Old Bond Street, Toronto's watch boutiques are not concentrated on a single street. Instead, they're scattered between different kind of shopping mall experiences. And I'm going to highlight 4 places that are worth visiting for their impressive selection. And I'm going to tell you where we've got the best experiences to be had. First of all, you're going to head downtown and you're going to go to what's called the Path. Now, the Path is an underground network of pedestrianized shops and businesses. It's all underground. And the idea behind it is it protects everybody from that famous Canadian winter. But in the summer, I mean, we've just got back from temperatures that were like 40 degrees, including the humidity factor. It's absolutely wonderful because it's air conditioned. It's also a place where you're going to find watch shops too. It's easy to get to. There's lots of points of entry via subway stations like Yonge and Bloor, Queen and Dundas. And over the top of it, it feeds right into the Eaton Centre, which is a huge shopping mall in its own right. In the Eaton Centre, the European boutique kind of looked promising to me. We're talking about an AD that sells Tag Heuer, Longines, Breitling and Omega. But in honesty, the atmosphere felt a bit cold. The staff didn't really engage much, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for a standout experience. Those brands are available elsewhere with a lot more enthusiasm attached to them. By all means, if you're in the Path and you're going through the Eaton Centre, you might want to duck your head in, but I haven't got a strong recommendation to give that. That being said, Manny Jewelers, which is down in the Path, in the Royal Bank Plaza area, really did deserve a big shout out. They carry brands like Seiko, Tissot, Mido and Longines, and the staff were just wonderful. They were friendly, they were knowledgeable. We got negotiating on prices. I had a chance to look at a limited edition Seiko model, which I thought was gorgeous. It's the Seiko Prospect Speed Timer Solo Tokyo 25, bit of a mouthful. It's an absolutely stunning piece. And I also had a look at a couple of Mido big date TVs as well. So if you're in that area, duck into Manny Jewelers. It's really worth it. Next, I'm going to take you to the Yorkdale Shopping Centre. Now, this is a far more kind of upscale shopping experience. You head out to Yorkdale via the Underground. It's a 7-stop subway ride from St George Station. And this mall houses several luxury boutiques. We're talking Piaget, Vacheron Constantin, Tudor, Omega, Jaeger-LeCoultre, Hublot. It just went on. And honestly, I couldn't get into all of them because of the sheer volume. The boutique experience here is a lot more laid back when you kind of compare it to the experiences that I've had in European boutiques. I ducked into Piaget. It was a beautiful experience, really nice boutique. They were super friendly, offered me ice cold Perrier water as I browsed their stunning collection. And that included a polo date in stainless steel and a stunning Altiplano Ultimate in rose gold. They couldn't do enough for me. Really recommend ducking into Piaget. Tudor. Well, Tudor was a bit of a disappointment, to be honest. And I find that Tudor have little of their new stock, such as Black Bay Chrono in pink, for example. That this has been the truth both sides of the Atlantic. And, you know, their selection mainly consisted of standard Black Bay offers. They told me that they only received limited numbers of the new designs every year, 2 or 3 of each, and it just felt like a deliberate attempt again to generate hype and exclusivity, as you might have expected from the Rolex sub-brand. I was disappointed. It was very meh. Vacheron Constantin is a boutique that I took a step into. They were polite and courteous. The experience here was a little bit, well, it was a bit stiff, to be honest. And I was eager to move on after I'd seen a 56, their entrance point to the range. It had a stunning blue dial, loved the watch. I always applaud Vacheron for making their watches readily available. If I wanted it, I could have bought it there and then. But it just, I don't know, it lacked the friendliness as an experience. I then went into Hublot. Now, whoa. Before you react to Hublot, this was an absolute highlight. I mean it. It was a highlight of my entire trip. I was greeted with an espresso coffee, and Jonathan, the sales associate, gave me a thorough and very warm tour of their entire catalogue. He got numerous pieces out. He was so engaged in what he was doing, in the product, in explaining everything to me. And that was completely infectious. I had a great time there. Zero pressure upon me. They were making lots of suggestions about things that I might like. I was more than welcome to take photographs. Honestly, I'm gonna go out there and say this. Even if you're not into Hublot, I really want you to go down there to Hublot in the Yorkdale Shopping Centre just to experience that, because that's how boutique engagement really should be. It was fantastic. And it's probably the best boutique experience that I've had on either side of the Atlantic Ocean. How amazing is that? Finally, there's a big AD in the Yorkdale Shopping Centre called Birks. Now, this AD carries a solid selection across a number of ranges. Grand Seiko, Longines, Breitling, lots more. And I was given a specific offer on a Grand Seiko SBGA 229. Now, this is the kind of Submariner looking black bezel dive watch with a spring drive movement. Now, in the UK, that's retailing at nearly £6,000. I was offered this piece to walk out of there brand new for £3,903. This included the sales taxes and was largely benefited by the favourable exchange rate and a certain amount of haggling discount that the store were willing to put on that item for me as well. This really does underline that at the moment, Canada is representing some great bargains. Get into the watch shops because some of the offers that I was given were absolutely incredible. From there, I'm going to suggest that you go to Sherwood Gardens, which is in Etobicoke. You travel to the end of the Bloor Danforth subway line at Kipling, and then take the 123 TTC bus to Sherwood Gardens. Sherwood Gardens is another upscale mall experience, and it features boutiques with brands like IWC, Breitling, and Hublot again. I visited the authorised dealer, Leroux. They're an authorised dealer that carry a range of premium brands themselves. It's a really, really fantastic place. Staff were super knowledgeable, super friendly, really passionate about their watches. In fact, they were the only ones that recognised the Christopher Ward Lumiere that I was wearing on my wrist, and they were as curious about my watch as I was about the watches that they were carrying. So we had a great time chatting it up and talking watches. Unfortunately, when I inquired about their Grand Seiko prices, we got into a bit of an impasse. They wouldn't negotiate unless I committed that I was going to buy today. Now, that's a bit of an awkward situation because really, how can you commit to buy today if you don't know what the price is going to be? Despite this, the experience was excellent overall, and the showroom was a really pleasant place to try on lots of pieces. I tried on Grand Seiko, I tried on IWC, I tried on Nomos. I had a really great time there, and I do recommend it. Humbertown Jewelers. Now, okay, so this is Humbertown, and apparently this is the place that you come to get Patek Philippe, and I'll be honest with you, it doesn't look very Patek Philippe-ish, but I've come out here to see if there is some, and it's a pain in the backside to get out here, but we'll see what we can get. Here's the most unusual stop of my entire trip. The location is tricky to reach. Actually, pretty awful to reach. It requires an ad hoc combination of buses, streetcars, subway rides. The area around Humbertown is also far from glamorous because they're demolishing a 1990s shopping mall there. I almost turned around and left before I even established that they were there. But there it was, to the left-hand side of this demolition site, Humbertown Jewelers. And honestly, worth it. Get yourself in there. There's a chap in there that you need to speak to. He's a senior member of the staff. He's called Darren Stringer. What a fantastic guy. Okay, they offer a range of prestigious brands. They've got Patek, they've got Jaeger-LeCoultre, they've got Panerai, Omega, Longines, Rolex.
A few moments later.
Honestly, those are the watch guys, and Darren really has been in the trade an awful long time. He knows his stuff. He'll tell you great stories about the different brands and things that are going off. He was knowledgeable, polite, passionate, couldn't help me enough. We had the best in-depth conversation about the pieces that I was interested in. He volunteered things to me. If you like this, you're going to like that. Have you thought about this? It was great, honestly. When I finished and I hadn't bought anything, he'd let me try on the Patek Philippe stuff, handle the Patek pieces, and he gifted me some beautiful bound Patek catalogues, which are hardback editions. And honestly, they're so cool that I'm thinking about giving them away on the channel. But if anybody's interested in me doing that, I'm quite happy to put these up for grabs, and we can come up with some sort of a question or something like that so that people can get their hands on them. That was absolutely amazing in and of itself. It was a masterclass in customer service. Get yourself down to Humbertown. There's not a lot else going on down there, but honestly, make the time. It's worth it. They've got it going on. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to summarize. Toronto offers a surprisingly diverse and engaging watch scene for all of us enthusiasts. And while my favorite AD was the Humbertown Jewelers, despite the difficult location, Leroux in Sherwood Gardens definitely gets an honourable mention. Yorkdale Shopping Centre is the most spectacular place to go for its impressive array of boutiques. For boutiques and my favourite boutique, you're going to have to sit yourself down, because the clear winner for me was the Hublot boutique out in Yorkdale Shopping Centre, and I loved it. I had an absolute ball in there, and I would encourage anybody to go and have a good time and just put any ideas you've got about the brand to one side. It's time that we got over this thing on YouTube about Hublot, because honestly, they're an enjoyable watch brand. And if they continue to reach out to customers in this way, I can totally understand why they're selling watches. The guy to ask for down there, incidentally, is Jonathan Menezes, and he's a great guy, wonderful guy to meet. Thanks for joining me on this journey through Toronto. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe for more content. Don't forget to leave your comments and questions below. I've got a load more content coming out about my trip through Toronto, and we're going to get into more detail about all of these different watches that I've seen and handled over the last 2 weeks. I'll try to respond to all the questions that you've got. Stay tuned for more content, including my review of the Christopher Ward C60 Lumiere that I had the chance to test drive for the last 2 weeks, and I took it out under Niagara Falls, which was great fun, and I can't wait to put that video out for you as well. Until next time, why not check out my previous content, enjoy your watches, stay safe, and bye for now.